Yo, yo, yo. Alright. We're trading, I gotta sneeze. December 9th. This is our, my second time recording this. First time recording it. I did about 2 trades and both losses, so not much was said on it. That was actual, like, important information. It was just a bunch of stuff said. And I was like 90% of the video was like incorrect, then 10% was like me explaining after it. So I'd rather make the 90% of the first 2 trades at least actual useful information. So we're on this downtrend, right? We got to stick with the 950 tick chart because it matches up closest with the Nasdaq. It's low volatility. It's December. We can't just switch to another tick chart. Just because depends. And this specific day, it's either the 950 tick chart works best because it matches up with the highs and lows of the Nasdaq. Oh no, I just closed the tab. Let's not do that. Hold on. All right. So we got the micro Nasdaq here. That's the 700, that's the 450, and though there's a bunch of swings, we have to match up with what's closest to the Nasdaq. As we can see here, that matches up pretty close. I mean, there's a couple swings there. I mean, I guess you could trade this guy, but this guy is already making a new swing low right there, and this one isn't. So I'm gonna stick to the 950 for now. And so we end up having this like channel down, and then we have a second entry short that ends up being a perfect 2-legged move. And according to our notes here on the 7 a.m. to 8:30, our trades take to go second entries with the overall trend, but that really does work with more range day types. When it's a strong trending day, people are going to be picking bottoms all the time, and we're at 50 times the speed right now, and you'll see one right now. But here we have this second entry on this 700 tick chart, and not here, nor the Nasdaq 500 tick chart. So that's why we're doing the 950, because it just matches up a lot better. And so we're going to get the second entry short that we're actually going to go long on. We could take it as a non-obvious, but we're going to go for an obvious just due to the fact it's your first opportunity to go short. I actually don't know if it works on obvious, but with those big legs there, you would honestly, and I think we get another huge, yep, there's another huge leg there. So entering on a non-obvious would be the better choice, because there's going to be a ton of buying coming on as well as a ton of shorts. But as the market pushes on down, there's gonna be a lot more sellers coming into the market, and that's what's really going to end up pushing the market right back up. So let's go ahead and enter on a non-obvious. So right now we're at the actually we'll just stick with this guy at 25, so like right there, yeah. And so let's go ahead and just speed things up here. 166, 10 times the speed. We got 20 times. Alright, 23 ticks left in this guy. Alright, so it looks like ends at 75. Entrance is at 75. So actually it's still 1 ticker. I actually don't know if it comes all the way down. So it looks like it fell us at the tick. So 1 tick lower here, 1 tick lower here. Does mean less scalp, but that's okay. It's all about fairness in this thing. And I think it pushes down really hard. And we got the scalp. And then I think market pushes. I actually don't remember. I just remember taking, oh gosh, one more trade after this guy. I think it was on a swing high. All right, 8:30 comes in. Actually, don't know what the other trade was. I don't know, but we'll keep going. Okay, I don't remember this spike happening here. So maybe we didn't trade this far. Yeah, I don't even think we went up to 8:30. Maybe we traded something here, like excuse me, like a swing low first entry second. I think we traded this one. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah, you know what it was? We switched back to this chart. So we took the trade here, and then we switched here, and then we took that one, and then we sold there, and then you got stopped out. So that's what it was. That's why I'm like, I don't remember this happening. Okay, but we have a new swing high, first entry going in that direction, going long, and so there's gonna be a lot of spike bottom pickers as the market continues to push down here. Looks like we won't get that second entry. Never broke lower here. What does it look like on the NAS? It actually breaks lower there, so you would have to enter on a 4 ticker though, because that's just 1 bar, and there's no way to tell that was going to keep going in that direction. Yep. Finally got a new swing high here. All right, let's analyze this real quick. We had a strong trend down. We had spikes down. If we get another leg down, people are going to look for opportunity to go short. There was another swing low, first entry, second entry here. I think we can actually take that. It's not the best looking thing. Neither direction is actually. Actually, let's buy right here, because it's your first opportunity to enter the market at on this crazy downtrend. So you have kind of about it, then you got the market looks like it's ready to reverse. Then actually there might be a ton of people buying here. It's a 2-legged correction. It's a double bottom. I got legs down. Actually, I don't want to buy. Neither do I want to sell. I don't like this setup all that much, so we're gonna stick with the swing high, first entry, second entry, and we'll just hit play just so we can have the pressure of deciding ASAP. Okay, all right. So that pushed a lot higher than I suspected. Let's pretend that didn't happen, but let's swing high, first entry. Then the market starts to push up in this direction. I think if there's no way to say that the market's going to keep on going low, because that's not our job. Our job is to find out where people are placing their orders. There's a ton of stops here and a ton of stops here. If we short there, there's no guarantee that the market will do a pullback. The market could just keep going up in that direction, which is why I'm more inclined to buy. However, there's a double bottom here and these long spikes. So that actually makes me want to go short on a non-obvious. Why is it not showing up on, because that's a NASDAQ. Interesting. Okay, so maybe around here. No, that's here. Ish, right there. All right. So swing high, first entry, second entry. There's a second entry going short here. This might stop us out. A ton of people are going to take this, and it's going to push the market right up. Yep, let's see. Yeah, we should have just waited on the better entry. Could have bought right there. That would have been a much better trade. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're selling here. I should get stopped out. Oh, it stopped out. Yeah, we should have bought right there. So not the greatest setup. We are basically saying, again, if the market pushes up here, then it'll be a good opportunity to sell. You don't want to do that. You want to decide at this bar, do you want to buy or sell? And it was really difficult to see what to do at that point. But we knew that people were going to be selling, and a ton of people are going to be buying. The best option in real time would have been to stay out of that. As often as uncommon as we do that, it looks like that's the best option there. But a double bottom, people are going long, but then people are also going short because of the strong downtrend. So it looks like the better opportunity was to buy right here, just due to the fact that you've been on this strong downtrend and the double bottom. It looks like people were gonna keep shorting this thing, especially after this guy right here. That most definitely, yeah. So buying there was the best option, especially because of that. Yeah. All right, we have a second entry short here. It looks like those spikes are gonna get everybody to go long. Yeah, I think I want to go short here actually. Well, 1 times the speed. All right. Let's go and see what happens here. All right, it looks like people are still trying to short this thing because of the downtrend. Oh man, I thought that one would work for sure. But you got these two huge spikes. People are selling here, maybe because of these highs, and maybe people are still trying to carry this whole thing out. That's interesting. People were buying there. You also had these strong legs down here. Yeah. A little bit of resistance right here. People were still trying to short this thing because of the strong downtrend here. But looks like now people are going to end up trying to buy this thing because now it's starting to look like a range day. So we can suspect some buys coming in here on a setup if we see one. Let's see if we could correct our mistakes here. We kind of have a double top here, but we can take this as a second entry. This looks like it'll be your first opportunity to go long here. There was some resistance here, and I think we just broke out of it, so there's a good chance we might shoot on up. I'm a little worried about that. Because people like to trade back into the resistance at support. Yeah, here comes the stop. Man, we lost every single trade. All right, we're gonna look to sell here because I can imagine a lot of longs coming in here. It's a good two-legged move, and I think a lot of people are gonna try to push the market up here. It's your first opportunity to go long, which is why I like it. Nice. All right. We could have used that runner. All right, we just made a second entry going in this direction. I think buying here is actually the better option because the spike down, people think the whole thing is going to keep on going in that direction. And people are chasing this trend right here. Yeah, people are chasing the most recent strongest trend here. So we're going to enter right here on a 1 ticker. I just got entered. Nice. Oof. Came to the ticket. Let's just exit. Alright. Ooh, we would have got stopped out. We got lucky there, boys. Came to the tick. Yeah. So a non-obvious would have worked there too, simply because that was a huge spike, and it's not as obvious that people would be taking that. It's not a strong downtrend; it's more like a spike. So a 4 ticker would have been better, and but we did get lucky there. All right. Let's count that as a new swing high. And there's your second entry right there, actually. Yeah. And we're gonna buy right here because I think a lot of people are trying to push the market back in this direction, which is why I want to buy right Here, we pushed down a little bit too far actually. But people are going to use this to basically stop out everybody who went long or who have their stops right here. Especially with these spikes. Man, it's just racing for their stuff. Alright, now we want to sell here because we just broke through. People like to trade back into the ranges or levels of resistance. So people are going to buy here and try to push the market back in this direction. Man. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. This is a simple sort of news article. Has to be. This is crazy. Zero hesitation. Oh my gosh. Can we get in the trade, please? I'm super curious to see what happens. I think people are gonna end up buying because they like to retest those levels again. Oh, nice. No way we're gonna get another one of these legs, right? No way. No runner. So yeah, the swing low, first entry, second entry. This is your signal bar. That's your first opportunity to finally go short. But I think there's a lot of people going long. So I actually do believe going short here is a better option. I think people are going long because they're coming to retest these highs right here, or that level of support / resistance. Nice. This runner and this scalp and the runner. All right, here's another opportunity to go short. Looks like the market's pushing up a little bit higher. We can suspect a lot of shorts coming in here actually. There's gonna be people who see this and think they like to use these sort of things to fool people going short. So here we go. Usually with the spikes, people aren't convinced, or they like to use spikes to as like the indicator that it's fooling people. So they're gonna go ahead and go short here, or yeah, go short here. There could be the slight chance that people are trying to correct this, which mean that everybody else would be buying here. So let's see how this turns out. Come on, push down. Trigger. No. What you're doing? This I do not know. Looks like it already triggered on here. Yeah. Alright, it looks like we should switch to 700 tick chart because it looks like it triggered already here as well as a NASDAQ. So missed out on that trade, but that's alright. We'll switch to 700 tick chart. We gotta switch on both guys. Alright. Okay, matching up with the NASDAQ, we got a swing low first entry and a second entry. This would be your signal bar. We can expect a lot of people to actually be going short because everybody's trying to pick the top of this thing, which makes me want to buy here if we could get in this trade. Looks like we just missed it. So busy recording. Oh, we haven't hit our scalp yet, interestingly enough. So we're going long because I think people are still trying to short this thing. As crazy as that sounds, people are still trying to short this thing. Picking the top right here, it's we just broke out of this like congestion / resistance area, and usually with the spikes, it does this sort of thing, and people like to trade back into there. So let's go ahead and see if we are right. It looks like we were wrong. Oh, yeah, we were wrong. Oh, we were right. Interesting. So non-obvious entry would have been a lot better. Nice. All right, decent trade. Not the greatest trade, but pretty decent. Entering on a non-obvious would work a lot better. Then we had a swing high first entry, second entry going along there. We knew that people were gonna go short, especially after a little tiny spike like that, a tiny move like that. People were gonna use that to go short, maybe to push back down from that level of resistance. All right, we fast forwarded it a bit too much, but we had a swing low first entry, second entry, also a swing high first entry, second entry on this end too. The prices are working up. We can suspect a lot of people to go short after a spike like that. So going long here is actually a pretty good option. We can probably take a non-obvious or go for a second entry long right here. I think I'd go for the non-obvious, especially once prices start to push down here. It's going to give us a much better setup, I think. So at 75 right here is where our entrance would be. Let's see if we could get in this trade. I think it's going to push down a little bit more. There's your second entry long. All right. So you would have got, looks like we would have got stopped out on that second entry long. And, oh, so close. Might get stopped out here. Yep. Unfortunate. So scuff trade there would have been better. We were buying because we thought people were going to be shorting this on a topping pattern. Unfortunately, that topping pattern worked out. And it looked like people were buying because trying to get back to the other side of what could be a range, what people thought was a range. It looks like people were still buying. Interesting. This is a tough day, that is for sure. I had no setups there that were like actually look at that. We had a ton of second entries there. Not okay, maybe we'll just stick to this guy, to the 950 tick chart, because it's matching up much better than I mean, besides this one thing that happened here. Actually no, that matched up there too. That was like one situation. Okay, we'll stick with this 950 tick chart. So we had a swing high first entry, second entry. This would be your opportunity to go long, and buying here I think is the better option. Mommy has it, Chacho. And here's our buy order. The reason we're buying is because I think people are trying to push on what this was doing earlier, which was going short, and I think going long is actually the better option. And there you have it. We were wrong. I don't know, man. We've got loss after loss after loss. This is so hard. This is a tough day, that's for sure. So swing high, first entry, second entry. I could have sworn people were going to keep on selling, trying to push the market back onto this in direction. But it looks like everybody started buying over right there for some reason. Not too sure why. There's got to be something I'm missing. People just started buying right here. Why are you buying? Why are you buying? This is a tough cookie for real. So people pick the spike, pick top bottoms on spikes. That's one thing we know for sure, and it looks like that's what's just happened there. People were just picking the bottom there, and it just kept pushing on down. Yeah, that's all it was actually. As simple as it sounds, it's all it actually was. As complicated as it looks, it's as pretty much super simple. All right, it looks like we got another entry right here. It's your first opportunity. It's still sort of a range day. I mean, trending day. Slight downtrend, maybe? No, I have no idea. It's kind of tough to say what kind of day this is. But it looks like people are going to be playing off of this. So entering on a one ticker here could be the way to go. But you also have that huge spike there. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. I think enough people are going to go short here and aren't going to be convinced. There's a little... I think people are trying to push the market back over here, so I think this is a good trade here. Yeah, I will. It's having a tough time. Okay, nice. Tough trade for real. Yeah, same thing here. Alright, cool. Alright, we had swing high first entry, second entry, first opportunity to enter. That could have been a nice one ticker there. People were trying to stop out these people. Yeah, that would have been a nice trade. We're gonna take this as a double tap. So we know people pick tops. So we can suspect a lot of shorts coming in here. I would like this to push up a little bit more before we take a position. I got distracted a little bit. But we have swing low first entry, second entry, and if we were to buy here, we would have to do it on a non-obvious. And let's go ahead and do that. One tick off, so right there would be our, actually right there would be our entry. I'm a little worried that if the market starts to push this way, we should be okay. But let's see if we can enter into this trade before it pushes up any further. Alright, we just got into the trade here. We can suspect a ton of sells coming in right now. Nice. Good non-obvious trade. The reason we took a non-obvious is because everybody's suspecting, or everybody likes to pick the tops, but we would have, if we would have entered a one ticker, it would have got stopped out. But that's why we wait for more than just one bar to enter on a one ticker. We need it to be an actual spike on this leg before we do a one ticker. So we did a four ticker there, and we wanted to buy here because people were picking tops. So especially if it started to come down this way, people were gonna start selling. And yeah, we got the scalp. Good trade. We're in the green, boys. No swing high, unfortunately. Actually, yeah, we could take it. Swing high, first entry, second entry. Going a little sideways, but I think people are still playing this here. So if prices start to push here, hold on, let's pause here. Yeah, people are still going short, so I think buying is the better option. I think people are picking the bottoms again. So I actually want to sell here on a one ticker. Because once again, people are chasing that spike and picking bottoms right here, especially with the bottoms right here. Yeah, enter this on a one ticker going short. Alright, let's see what happens here. Nice. Sweet. So we sold there because there was a little bit of resistance right here. I mean support. But people like to pick the bottoms on spikes, and as you can see, that's where my first entry. This is turned into a spike. And if you were going long on or trying to reverse a spike, it would be at this point right here. So that's why we shorted. We entered a one ticker because it's a spike. That second leg. No runner. Alright, we have an entry here. And there's a swing high first entry here, second entry. It's a little bit of a spike, but we would have to enter in a four ticker no matter what. But the question is to go long or to go short. But obviously you'd be doing one ticker if you're going long. It's a strong downtrend. I think people are still trying to pick the bottoms of these things of every single spike that's happening though. There's no support here. Kind of broke back into it. People might be chasing this and this, so I do think but every time we came down we pulled right back up, which makes me want to sell. Alright, we're gonna stay out of this trade. I think I would have bought here. Oh yeah, and that would have worked out. Alright, now we have a good, better looking second entry short. Not showing up at the NASDAQ, but that's okay. Alright, so this would be your first opportunity to go short, if you wanted to go short. And I think a lot of people are actually, so we're gonna go ahead and enter this on a 1 ticker. No, I think people are picking bottoms here. There's a lot of support here. People like, usually when you have a level of support resistance, once it pushes out, people like to trade back into it. So here's a level of support here. It broke through and then we bounced again, and people like to trade back into it, try to head back to the other direction here. So we're gonna go for a short here actually, and we'll 10x this. Alright, let's go ahead and close this bar. Alrighty, it's right there ish. Oh, cool. Alright, we just got entered into the trade. Alright, so it looks like everybody was going short there. Prices were pushing down, yeah, especially after a spike like that. You would want to buy because everybody else is trying to short this thing. There's that little trend right there, as you can see. Yeah. So doing a buy right there would have been better. A scuff trade would have worked a lot better there, because everybody's trying to short this thing with these legs. Lower highs, lower lows. New swing low. Alright, and we're gonna go ahead and go for a sell here, because now everybody's suspecting prices to bounce back up. We've been on this up and down motion here, and we just traded beyond another level of support, so we can suspect a lot of people to trying to trade back into it. So we're gonna go for the short here. Alright, this should work out. Oof, we're so close. So yeah, those spikes down is what people were chasing essentially. Then we got new swing low, first entry, second entry. So it looks like people are playing the most recent trend and are going to keep chasing that trend. So second entry short here would actually be the best option. Actually, that's what we did here. And I guess people are most persuaded by the biggest moves. I think people are going to go ahead and go short here just based on the history. I think people are going to pick the bottom of this, the top of this. So everybody's going to go short here. Alright, just got entered into the trade here.